Let's get ready for the Hawaii real estate exam with 100 questions covering key state laws, principles, and practices you'll need to know. And keep an eye on the bottom corner. There's something there that could make a big difference in your prep. We'll tell you how to use it in just a minute. Now, let's get started.
Licensing requirements and procedures. Hawaii licensing requirements and procedures. What is the minimum age requirement to obtain a real estate license in Hawaii? Is it A, 18 years old, B, 21 years old, C, 16 years old, or D, 25 years old? The answer is A, 18 years old. In Hawaii, applicants must be at least 18 years old to qualify for a real estate license. This age requirement ensures that licensees have reached legal adulthood, allowing them to enter into binding contracts. Which of the following is a requirement for obtaining a real estate salesperson license in Hawaii? Is it A, 100 hours of pre-license education, B, 60 hours of pre-license education, C, 40 hours of pre-license education, or D, no pre-license education required? The answer is B, 60 hours of pre-license education. Prospective licensees must complete a 60-hour pre-license course approved by the Hawaii Real Estate Commission. This course provides foundational knowledge necessary for the licensing exam.
Have you noticed the code in the bottom corner? Next time you're stumped, take that code to birdsy.ai for immediate help and a free study session with Birdsy, your personal AI study partner. Plus, you'll get access to hundreds of additional questions, helping you move closer to passing your exam with confidence. The next time you're feeling unsure or stuck, give it a try.
How often must a Hawaii real estate license be renewed? Is it A, annually, B, every 3 years, C, every 2 years, or D, every 5 years? The answer is C, every 2 years. Hawaii real estate licenses must be renewed every 2 years. This biennial renewal process ensures that licensees remain compliant with current laws and regulations. What is the required pre-license education hours for a real estate salesperson in Hawaii? Is it A, 60 hours, B, 75 hours, C, 90 hours, or D, 40 hours? The answer is A, 60 hours. In Hawaii, aspiring real estate salespersons must complete 60 hours of pre-license education. This ensures they have foundational knowledge of real estate principles and practices before taking the licensing exam. Continuing education requirements. What is the minimum number of continuing education hours required annually for a licensed real estate agent in Hawaii? Is it A, 5 hours, B, 10 hours, C, 15 hours, or D, 20 hours? The answer is B, 10 hours. Hawaii requires real estate agents to complete 20 hours of continuing education every 2 years, which averages to 10 hours annually. This ensures agents remain informed about industry changes and maintain their licenses. Which of the following topics is mandatory for continuing education in Hawaii real estate? Is it A, marketing strategies, B, real estate investment techniques, C, legal updates and professional standards, or D, customer service skills? The answer is C, legal updates and professional standards. Hawaii mandates that continuing education must include a core course focused on legal updates and professional standards, ensuring agents are current with legal and ethical requirements. How often must real estate agents in Hawaii renew their licenses? Is it A, every year, B, every 3 years, C, every 5 years, or D, every 2 years? The answer is D, every 2 years. Hawaii requires real estate agents to renew their licenses every 2 years. This biennial renewal ensures that agents remain compliant with state regulations and fulfill continuing education requirements. What is the consequence for a real estate agent in Hawaii who fails to complete their continuing education requirements? Is it A, license suspension, B, a fine of $500, C, mandatory additional coursework, or D, increased renewal fees? The answer is A, license suspension. Failing to meet continuing education requirements in Hawaii can result in license suspension. This ensures that agents remain knowledgeable and up to date with industry standards and legal obligations. Hawaii-specific exam structure and content. What is the minimum passing score required for the Hawaii Real Estate Salesperson exam? Is it A, 65%, B, 70%, C, 75%, or D, 80%? The answer is B, 70%. In Hawaii, candidates must achieve a minimum score of 70% to pass the real estate salesperson exam. This requirement ensures that candidates have a solid understanding of real estate principles and Hawaii-specific regulations. Which of the following topics is not covered in the Hawaii-specific portion of the real estate exam? Is it A, state laws and regulations, B, property management, C, federal environmental regulations, or D, licensing requirements? The answer is C, federal environmental regulations. The Hawaii-specific portion of the real estate exam covers topics like state laws and regulations, property management, and licensing requirements. Federal environmental regulations are typically covered in the national portion. How many questions are typically included in the Hawaii-specific portion of the real estate exam? Is it A, 50, B, 60, C, 70, or D, 80? The answer is A, 50. The Hawaii-specific portion of the real estate exam typically consists of 50 questions. This part focuses on state-specific laws, regulations, and practices relevant to Hawaii's real estate market. What is the primary focus of the Hawaii-specific real estate exam content? Is it A, federal real estate laws, B, international real estate practices, C, general real estate principles, or D, state-specific laws and regulations? The answer is D, state-specific laws and regulations. The Hawaii-specific exam content primarily focuses on state laws, regulations, and practices that are unique to Hawaii. This ensures that licensees are well informed about local real estate operations.
If you're finding this helpful, please take a minute to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more practice exams, useful tips, and complimentary study sessions with Birdsy.
Hawaii real estate laws and regulations. Hawaii-specific fair housing laws. Under Hawaii's fair housing laws, which of the following is considered a protected class? Is it A, employment status, B, age, C, pet ownership, or D, educational background? The answer is B, age. Hawaii's fair housing laws prohibit discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, familial status, national origin, disability, and age. Age is specifically included as a protected class in Hawaii. Which agency is responsible for enforcing Hawaii's fair housing laws? Is it A, Hawaii Civil Rights Commission, B, Hawaii Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs, C, Hawaii Real Estate Commission, or D, Hawaii Department of Housing and Urban Development? The answer is A, Hawaii Civil Rights Commission. The Hawaii Civil Rights Commission is tasked with enforcing the state's fair housing laws, ensuring compliance, and addressing complaints related to housing discrimination. What is the maximum penalty for a first-time violation of Hawaii's fair housing laws? Is it A, $1,000, B, $5,000, C, $10,000, or D, $15,000? The answer is C, $10,000. The maximum penalty for a first-time violation of Hawaii's fair housing laws can be up to $10,000. Penalties increase for subsequent violations. Which of the following actions is considered discriminatory under Hawaii's fair housing laws? Is it A, requiring a security deposit, B, charging extra for pets, C, offering discounts for long-term leases, or D, refusing to rent to someone with children? The answer is D, refusing to rent to someone with children. Refusing to rent to someone because they have children is discriminatory under Hawaii's fair housing laws, as familial status is a protected class. How does Hawaii's fair housing law differ from federal law regarding protected classes? Is it A, it includes marital status, B, it includes age, C, it excludes disability, or D, it excludes familial status? The answer is B, it includes age. Hawaii's fair housing law includes age as a protected class, which is not covered under federal law. This is a significant distinction between state and federal protections. Hawaii-specific contract requirements. What is the minimum time frame for a buyer to review a seller's disclosure statement in Hawaii? Is it A, 5 days, B, 10 days, C, 15 days, or D, 30 days? The answer is B, 10 days. In Hawaii, buyers are given a minimum of 10 days to review the seller's disclosure statement. This period allows buyers to thoroughly assess the information provided and make informed decisions. Which party is responsible for ensuring that a Hawaii real estate contract includes all necessary disclosures? Is it A, the buyer, B, the lender, C, the seller, or D, the real estate agent? The answer is C, the seller. In Hawaii, the seller is primarily responsible for providing all necessary disclosures in a real estate transaction. This includes the seller's disclosure statement, which must be completed accurately. What is a unique requirement for condominium sales contracts in Hawaii? Is it A, inclusion of a public report, B, mandatory termite inspection, C, disclosure of property tax history, or D, certified appraisal report? The answer is A, inclusion of a public report. Hawaii requires that condominium sales contracts include a public report which provides buyers with detailed information about the condominium project. This ensures transparency and informed decision-making. In Hawaii, which document must be included in a contract to sell a property located within a flood hazard zone? Is it A, environmental impact report, B, certificate of occupancy, C, title insurance policy, or D, flood hazard disclosure? The answer is D, flood hazard disclosure. Properties in flood hazard zones must include a flood hazard disclosure to inform buyers of potential risks and insurance requirements. This ensures buyers are aware of the implications of purchasing such properties. Overview of Hawaii real estate statutes. What is the main purpose of the Hawaii Real Estate Commission? Is it A, to set property tax rates, B, to license real estate professionals, C, to manage public lands, or D, to appraise property values? The answer is B, to license real estate professionals. The Hawaii Real Estate Commission is responsible for licensing real estate professionals and ensuring compliance with state laws to protect consumers and maintain industry standards. Which of the following is not a requirement for obtaining a real estate license in Hawaii? Is it A, passing the licensing exam, B, completing pre-licensing education, C, having previous sales experience, or D, being of legal age? The answer is C, having previous sales experience. Hawaii requires applicants to be of legal age, complete pre-licensing education, and pass the licensing exam. Previous sales experience is not a requirement for obtaining a license. In Hawaii, which entity is primarily responsible for enforcing real estate laws? Is it A, the Department of Land and Natural Resources, B, the state legislature, C, the governor's office, or D, the Hawaii Real Estate Commission? The answer is D, the Hawaii Real Estate Commission. The Hawaii Real Estate Commission is the main body enforcing real estate laws, ensuring compliance with regulations, and handling disciplinary actions against licensees. What is the primary focus of Hawaii's real estate disclosure laws? Is it A, to ensure transparency in property transactions, B, to regulate real estate commission rates, C, to control housing market prices, or D, to manage zoning regulations? The answer is A, to ensure transparency in property transactions. Hawaii's real estate disclosure laws aim to ensure transparency by requiring sellers to inform buyers about any material defects or issues with the property to prevent fraud.
Stuck on a question? Just think of the Birdsy link in the description as your friendly neighborhood superhero, swooping in to save the day with answers. Feel free to explore it now and return to continue. Simply hit pause, and we'll be waiting when you get back.
Hawaii property ownership and land use. Types of property ownership, e.g. fee simple, leasehold, joint tenancy. What does fee simple ownership in Hawaii entail? Is it A, complete ownership with no time limit, B, ownership with a fixed term, C, ownership shared with the government, or D, limited ownership with usage restrictions? The answer is A, complete ownership with no time limit. Fee simple ownership grants the owner complete and indefinite ownership of the property, allowing them to sell, lease, or bequeath it without restrictions. It's the most common form of property ownership in Hawaii. Which type of property ownership allows multiple owners to have equal shares with rights of survivorship in Hawaii? Is it A, tenancy in common, B, leasehold, C, joint tenancy, or D, condominium? The answer is C, joint tenancy. Joint tenancy involves multiple owners having equal shares with rights of survivorship, meaning if one owner dies, their share is automatically transferred to the surviving owners. What is a characteristic of leasehold ownership in Hawaii? Is it A, ownership lasts indefinitely, B, ownership reverts to lesser after lease term, C, owners have no rights to sell, or D, includes rights of survivorship? The answer is B, ownership reverts to lesser after lease term. Leasehold ownership involves leasing the land for a specific period, after which ownership reverts to the lesser. It is common in Hawaii due to large tracts of land owned by estates. In Hawaii, how does tenancy by the entirety differ from joint tenancy? Is it A, it is available to any co-owners, B, it does not include survivorship rights, C, it is only for business partners, or D, it protects against individual creditors? The answer is D, it protects against individual creditors. Tenancy by the entirety is exclusive to married couples, providing survivorship rights and protecting the property from individual creditors. Joint tenancy can involve any co-owners and does not have such protections. Public versus private land use controls. What is the primary purpose of zoning laws in Hawaii? Is it A, to increase property taxes, B, to regulate land use and development, C, to control the sale of properties, or D, to protect historic sites exclusively? The answer is B, to regulate land use and development. Zoning laws in Hawaii are designed to regulate land use by designating specific areas for residential, commercial, industrial, or agricultural purposes, ensuring organized development and minimizing conflicts between land uses. Which of the following is a characteristic of a conservation district in Hawaii? Is it A, they allow unrestricted commercial development? B, they are primarily for industrial use? C, they aim to protect natural resources? Or D, they are the same as urban districts? The answer is C, they aim to protect natural resources. Conservation districts in Hawaii are designated to protect natural resources and landscapes, often limiting development to preserve environmental integrity and cultural resources. How do private land use controls differ from public land use controls in Hawaii? Is it A, private controls are imposed by the government? B, public controls are voluntary agreements? C, there is no difference between them? Or D, private controls are agreements between private parties? The answer is D. Private controls are agreements between private parties. Private land use controls, such as covenants, are agreements between private parties, while public controls, like zoning, are government-imposed regulations to manage land use and development. What is a common restriction found in private land use controls in Hawaii? Is it A, architectural design restrictions? B, mandatory commercial zoning? C, wildlife protection mandates? Or D, tax assessment reductions? The answer is A, architectural design restrictions. Private land use controls often include covenants that restrict property modifications, such as architectural design or landscaping, to maintain neighborhood aesthetics and property values. Land use and zoning laws. What is the primary purpose of zoning laws in Hawaii? Is it A, to increase property taxes? B, to restrict property ownership? C, to regulate land use and promote orderly development? Or D, to enforce building codes? The answer is C, to regulate land use and promote orderly development. Zoning laws in Hawaii are designed to organize land use in a way that promotes orderly development, protects the environment, and ensures public welfare. They help prevent land use conflicts and preserve community character. Which agency primarily oversees the implementation of zoning laws in Hawaii? Is it A, State Department of Land and Natural Resources? B, county governments? C, Hawaii Tourism Authority? Or D, Federal Environmental Protection Agency? The answer is B, county governments. In Hawaii, the county governments are responsible for zoning and land use planning, making them the primary agencies overseeing these regulations. How do special management areas affect land use in Hawaii? Is it A, they require additional permits for development? B, they eliminate the need for zoning laws? C, they allow unrestricted development? Or D, they are only applicable to agricultural lands? The answer is A, they require additional permits for development. Special management areas are designated to protect coastal resources from inappropriate development. They require additional permits and oversight to ensure that land use aligns with environmental protection goals. What is a non-conforming use in the context of Hawaii's zoning laws? Is it A, a use that is permitted by zoning laws? B, a temporary use permitted by special permit? C, a use that violates environmental regulations? Or D, a previously legal use now disallowed by new zoning laws? The answer is D, a previously legal use now disallowed by new zoning laws. A non-conforming use refers to land use that was legally established but no longer complies with current zoning regulations. These uses are generally allowed to continue but cannot be expanded. Condominiums and HOAs. What is a primary responsibility of an HOA in a Hawaii condominium complex? Is it A, managing individual property sales? B, maintaining common areas and amenities? C, setting property tax rates? Or D, enforcing federal housing laws? The answer is B, maintaining common areas and amenities. An HOA in Hawaii is responsible for maintaining common areas, ensuring compliance with rules, and managing finances. This includes tasks like landscaping, pool maintenance, and overseeing security measures. How are voting rights typically allocated in a Hawaii condominium association? Is it A, based on ownership percentage? B, one vote per resident? C, determined by the HOA board? Or D, based on length of residence? The answer is A, based on ownership percentage. In Hawaii, voting rights in condominium associations are often allocated based on the percentage of ownership interest, which is usually proportional to the size or value of the unit owned. What document outlines the rules and regulations for a Hawaii condominium association? Is it A, property deed? B, lease agreement? C, declaration of covenants, conditions, and restrictions? Or D, HOA meeting minutes? The answer is C, declaration of covenants, conditions, and restrictions. The Declaration of Covenants, Conditions, and Restrictions, CCNRs, is a key document that establishes the rules and regulations for a condominium association, detailing rights and responsibilities of owners. Which of the following is a common reason for special assessments in Hawaii condominiums? Is it A, routine maintenance? B, annual insurance premiums? C, landscaping services? Or D, unexpected major repairs? The answer is D, unexpected major repairs. Special assessments are often levied for unexpected repairs or improvements that exceed the regular budget, such as roof repairs after a storm or major infrastructure upgrades.
Notice the code in the corner? When you're stumped by a question, enter it at birdsy.ai for immediate help. Enjoy complimentary study sessions and access to hundreds of additional questions to help you pass your exam with confidence.
Environmental issues and shoreline management. What is a key feature of Hawaii's Shoreline Management Act? Is it A, it allows unrestricted development along the coast? B, it prohibits all human activity near the shoreline? C, it regulates development to protect coastal ecosystems? Or D, it focuses solely on economic development? The answer is C, it regulates development to protect coastal ecosystems. The Shoreline Management Act aims to protect Hawaii's coastal ecosystems by regulating development activities along the shoreline, ensuring sustainable use while preserving natural resources. How does Hawaii's Land Use Commission categorize land? Is it A, into two main districts, urban and rural? B, into four major districts, urban, rural, agricultural, and conservation? C, into three categories, residential, commercial, and industrial? Or D, based solely on elevation and climate? The answer is B, into four major districts, urban, rural, agricultural, and conservation. Hawaii's Land Use Commission divides land into four major districts, urban, rural, agricultural, and conservation, each with specific regulations to manage land use effectively. What is a primary goal of Hawaii's environmental impact statement process? Is it A, to assess environmental consequences of proposed projects? B, to expedite the approval of new developments? C, to prioritize economic benefits over environmental concerns? Or D, to eliminate all environmental regulations? The answer is A, to assess environmental consequences of proposed projects. The EIS process aims to assess the environmental consequences of proposed projects, ensuring that decision-makers consider environmental factors before approving developments. Which agency is responsible for managing Hawaii's coastal lands? Is it A, Hawaii Tourism Authority? B, Department of Agriculture? C, Office of Hawaiian Affairs? Or D, Department of Land and Natural Resources? The answer is D, Department of Land and Natural Resources. The Department of Land and Natural Resources oversees the management and conservation of Hawaii's coastal lands, ensuring sustainable use and protection of natural resources. Hawaii Agency Law and Ethics. Agency Relationship Laws. What is the primary duty of a real estate agent under Hawaii agency law when representing a client? Is it A, to act in the best interest of the client, B, to prioritize the agent's commission, C, to disclose all personal information about the client, or D, to ensure the property is sold quickly? The answer is A, to act in the best interest of the client. Under Hawaii agency law, the primary duty of a real estate agent is to act in the best interest of the client, which includes loyalty, confidentiality, and full disclosure of material facts. In Hawaii, which of the following actions constitutes a breach of the duty of loyalty by a real estate agent? Is it A, negotiating the best price for the client, B, providing full disclosure of property defects, C, accepting a secret commission from the buyer, or D, advising the client to seek legal counsel? The answer is C, accepting a secret commission from the buyer. A breach of the duty of loyalty occurs when an agent acts in a manner that benefits themselves or a third party at the expense of the client's interests. Which of the following is a requirement for establishing an agency relationship in Hawaii real estate transactions? Is it A, a verbal agreement witnessed by a third party, B, mutual consent between the agent and the principal, C, a notarized document signed by the principal, or D, a contract filed with the Hawaii Real Estate Commission? The answer is B, mutual consent between the agent and the principal. An agency relationship in Hawaii requires mutual consent between the agent and the principal, which is often formalized in a written agreement for clarity and legal purposes. How does Hawaii law define the role of a dual agent in a real estate transaction? Is it A, an agent representing two buyers for the same property, B, an agent who switches from representing the buyer to the seller, C, an agent who works for two different real estate firms, or D, an agent representing both the buyer and seller in the same transaction? The answer is D, an agent representing both the buyer and seller in the same transaction. In Hawaii, a dual agent represents both the buyer and seller in the same transaction, requiring written consent from both parties to manage potential conflicts of interest. Fiduciary duties and client representation. What is the primary fiduciary duty an agent owes to their client under Hawaii agency law? Is it A, B, disclosure, C, confidentiality, or D, reasonable care? The answer is A. Loyalty is the primary fiduciary duty, requiring agents to act in the best interest of their clients, prioritizing client needs over personal gains or interests. Under Hawaii agency law, what is the agent's duty when a client requests advice on a legal issue related to a property transaction? Is it A, provide detailed legal advice based on personal knowledge, B, ignore the request and focus only on transactional duties, C, advise the client to consult a licensed attorney for legal matters, or D, refer the client to another real estate agent with more experience? The answer is C, advise the client to consult a licensed attorney for legal matters. Agents in Hawaii must avoid giving legal advice as they are not licensed attorneys. They should recommend consulting a legal professional to ensure the client receives accurate and lawful guidance. In Hawaii, what must an agent do if they discover a material fact affecting a property? Is it A, maintain confidentiality, B, seek a second opinion, C, disclose the fact to the client, or D, ignore the fact? The answer is C, disclose the fact to the client. Disclosure obligates agents to inform clients of any material facts affecting the property, ensuring informed decision-making. How does the duty of confidentiality apply to a real estate agent in Hawaii? Is it A, only during transactions? B, only if the client requests? C, only when convenient? Or D, throughout and after the agency relationship? The answer is D, throughout and after the agency relationship. Confidentiality requires agents to protect all client information, even after the agency relationship ends, unless the client consents to disclosure. Hawaii Ethics Guidelines and Enforcement. What is the primary purpose of Hawaii's ethics guidelines for real estate professionals? Is it A, to increase real estate sales? B, to promote competition among agents? C, to protect the public by ensuring ethical conduct? Or D, to simplify paperwork for transactions? The answer is C, to protect the public by ensuring ethical conduct. Hawaii's ethics guidelines aim to protect the public by ensuring that real estate professionals adhere to high standards of honesty and integrity, thereby maintaining trust in real estate transactions. Which body is responsible for enforcing ethical guidelines for real estate professionals in Hawaii? Is it A, Hawaii Real Estate Commission? B, National Association of Realtors? C, Hawaii Department of Taxation? Or D, State Board of Ethics? The answer is A, Hawaii Real Estate Commission. The Hawaii Real Estate Commission enforces ethical guidelines by overseeing licensing and handling complaints against real estate professionals to ensure compliance with ethical standards. What could be a consequence for a real estate agent in Hawaii found guilty of unethical conduct? Is it A, increased commission rates? B, suspension of license? C, mandatory community service? Or D, promotion to a higher position? The answer is B, suspension of license. Consequences for unethical conduct can include suspension or revocation of the agent's license, which serves as a deterrent and ensures adherence to ethical standards. Under Hawaii's ethics guidelines, which action is considered unethical for real estate agents? Is it A, holding open houses? B, negotiating prices? C, advertising properties? Or D, misrepresenting property details? The answer is D, misrepresenting property details. Misrepresentation of property details is unethical as it violates the trust between agents and clients, potentially leading to legal consequences and loss of license. Hawaii Property Valuation. Basic principles of property valuation. Which principle of property valuation states that the value of a property is influenced by the cost of acquiring an equally desirable substitute? Is it A, principle of anticipation? B, principle of substitution? C, principle of contribution? Or D, principle of conformity? The answer is B, principle of substitution. The principle of substitution asserts that a property's value is determined by the cost of acquiring a similar property with similar utility. This principle helps in setting a benchmark for property pricing. In Hawaii property valuation, which principle indicates that the value of a property is maximized when it is in harmony with its surroundings? Is it A, principle of highest and best use? B, principle of change? C, principle of substitution? Or D, principle of conformity? The answer is D, principle of conformity. The principle of conformity asserts that the value of a property increases when it aligns with the characteristics of its surrounding area, promoting uniformity and consistency in property use. In Hawaii property valuation, what principle suggests that a property's value is influenced by the anticipated benefits from its future use? Is it A, principle of substitution? B, principle of conformity? C, principle of anticipation? Or D, principle of progression? The answer is C, principle of anticipation. The principle of anticipation in property valuation indicates that the value of a property is based on the expected future benefits from its ownership. This principle is crucial for investors considering long-term gains. What principle of property valuation involves assessing the future benefits that a property will provide? Is it A, principle of anticipation, B, principle of contribution, C, principle of change, or D, principle of conformity? The answer is A, principle of anticipation. The principle of anticipation is based on the idea that current property value is influenced by the expectation of future benefits, such as income or appreciation, reflecting potential future returns.
Notice the code in the corner. When you're stumped by a question, enter it at birdsy.ai for immediate help. Enjoy complimentary study sessions and access to hundreds of additional questions to help you pass your exam with confidence.
Sales comparison, cost, and income approaches. What is a primary consideration when using the sales comparison approach to value a property in Hawaii? Is it A, cost of construction, B, income potential, C, recent comparable sales, or D, depreciation rates? The answer is C, recent comparable sales. The sales comparison approach involves analyzing recent sales of similar properties. Adjustments are made for differences to estimate the subject property's value accurately. In the cost approach to property valuation, which factor is crucial to determine the replacement cost of a building in Hawaii? Is it A, market rent rates, B, current construction costs, C, recent sales data, or D, capitalization rates? The answer is B, current construction costs. The cost approach requires estimating the replacement cost, which involves calculating current construction costs minus any depreciation or obsolescence. What is the purpose of using the income approach in property valuation in Hawaii? Is it A, to estimate value based on income generation, B, to compare recent sales, C, to determine replacement cost, or D, to assess construction quality? The answer is A, to estimate value based on income generation. The income approach estimates a property's value based on its ability to generate income, primarily used for income-producing properties like rental buildings. Which adjustment is often necessary in the sales comparison approach for properties in Hawaii? Is it A, replacement cost, B, income potential, C, depreciation, or D, location? The answer is D. Adjustments for location differences are crucial, as Hawaii's diverse geography can significantly impact property values, affecting comparability. How is the capitalization rate used in the income approach to valuing a property in Hawaii? Is it A, to calculate construction costs, B, to determine recent sales prices, C, to estimate property value from income, or D, to adjust for depreciation? The answer is C, to estimate property value from income. The capitalization rate is used to convert income into an estimated property value by dividing the net operating income by the rate. Hawaii financing. Mortgage loans and financing options. Which type of mortgage loan in Hawaii allows a borrower to only pay interest for a specified period before principal payments begin? Is it A, fixed-rate mortgage, B, adjustable rate mortgage, C, interest-only mortgage, or D, reverse mortgage? The answer is C, interest-only mortgage. Interest-only loans allow borrowers to pay only the interest for a set period, typically 5 to 10 years, before principal payments start. This can benefit those expecting increased income or property appreciation. What is a primary benefit of a VA loan for eligible veterans purchasing a home in Hawaii? Is it A, lower interest rates, B, no down payment requirement, C, no closing costs, or D, no property taxes? The answer is B, no down payment requirement. VA loans offer eligible veterans the benefit of purchasing a home without a down payment, which can significantly reduce upfront costs compared to conventional loans. Which financing option is specifically designed for low-income borrowers in rural areas of Hawaii? Is it A, U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA loan, B, Federal Housing Administration, FHA loan, C, conventional loan, or D, jumbo loan? The answer is A, U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA loan. The USDA loan program targets low-income borrowers in rural areas, offering benefits like no down payment and reduced mortgage insurance costs to promote homeownership. How does a balloon mortgage differ from a traditional fixed-rate mortgage in Hawaii? Is it A, it has a variable interest rate, B, it requires no down payment, C, it offers lower closing costs, or D, it includes a large final payment? The answer is D, it includes a large final payment. A balloon mortgage features smaller monthly payments with a large final payment, unlike fixed-rate mortgages, which have consistent payments throughout the term. It suits short-term ownership plans. What is a key feature of an adjustable-rate mortgage in Hawaii? Is it A, fixed interest rate for the entire term, B, initial lower interest rate that changes over time, C, guaranteed rate reduction after 5 years, or D, no monthly payment fluctuations? The answer is B, initial lower interest rate that changes over time. An adjustable rate mortgage starts with a lower initial interest rate that adjusts periodically based on market conditions, potentially increasing or decreasing over time. Loan applications and approval processes. What is the maximum allowable debt-to-income ratio for a conventional loan in Hawaii? Is it A, 28%, B, 31%, C, 36%, or D, 43%? The answer is C, 36%. In Hawaii, the maximum allowable DTI ratio for a conventional loan is typically 36%. This ratio helps lenders assess a borrower's ability to manage monthly payments and repay debts. Which document is crucial for verifying a borrower's employment and income during the loan approval process in Hawaii? Is it A, credit report, B, verification of employment, C, title report, or D, appraisal report? The answer is B, verification of employment. The verification of employment is essential for confirming a borrower's job status and income, ensuring the lender that the borrower has a stable source of income. What is the primary purpose of obtaining a pre-approval letter from a lender in Hawaii? Is it A, to confirm the borrower's loan eligibility, B, to guarantee loan approval, C, to waive the appraisal requirement, or D, to lock in an interest rate? The answer is A, to confirm the borrower's loan eligibility. A pre-approval letter indicates that a lender has reviewed a borrower's financial information and is willing to lend up to a certain amount, streamlining the home buying process. In Hawaii, what factor is most likely to affect the interest rate offered to a borrower on a mortgage loan? Is it A, property location, B, loan type, C, down payment amount, or D, credit score? The answer is D, credit score. A borrower's credit score is a major determinant of the interest rate offered, as it reflects creditworthiness and risk to the lender.
Don't forget to comment below with your tips, challenges, and thoughts on exam preparation. Your experiences can make a big difference for others.
Hawaii mortgage disclosure requirements. What is the primary purpose of the Hawaii mortgage disclosure requirements? Is it A, to increase the profit margins of lenders, B, to ensure borrowers understand the terms and costs of their loans, C, to expedite the loan approval process, Or D, to standardize interest rates across lenders? The answer is B, to ensure borrowers understand the terms and costs of their loans. Hawaii mortgage disclosure requirements are designed to ensure transparency in mortgage transactions, enabling borrowers to fully understand the terms and costs associated with their mortgage loans. Which document must be provided to borrowers under Hawaii's mortgage disclosure laws before closing? Is it A, closing disclosure, B, loan estimate, C, mortgage note, or D, title insurance policy? The answer is A, closing disclosure. The closing disclosure is a key document that must be provided to borrowers at least 3 business days before closing, detailing loan terms and closing costs. How soon must a lender provide the loan estimate after receiving a mortgage application in Hawaii? Is it A, 1 business day, B, 5 business days, C, 3 business days, or D, 7 business days? The answer is C, 3 business days. Under Hawaii's regulations, lenders are required to provide the loan estimate within 3 business days of receiving a mortgage application, ensuring timely disclosure of loan costs and terms. What must be included in the loan estimate according to Hawaii's mortgage disclosure requirements? Is it A, only the interest rate, B, the borrower's credit score, C, the lender's profit margin, or D, loan terms, projected payments, and estimated closing costs? The answer is D, loan terms, projected payments, and estimated closing costs. The loan estimate must include the loan terms, projected payments, and estimated closing costs, helping borrowers understand the financial implications of their mortgage. What is the consequence if a lender fails to provide the closing disclosure on time in Hawaii? Is it A, the borrower can cancel the loan without penalty, B, the closing process may be delayed, C, the lender must offer a reduced interest rate, or D, the borrower receives a refund of application fees? The answer is B, the closing process may be delayed. Failure to provide the closing disclosure on time can delay the closing process, as borrowers must have at least 3 business days to review it before finalizing the mortgage. Hawaii-specific loan programs. Which of the following is a key feature of the Hawaii Housing Finance and Development Corporation loan programs? Is it A, high interest rates, B, down payment assistance, C, limited to luxury properties, or D, available only to investors? The answer is B, down payment assistance. The HHFDC offers programs specifically designed to assist low to moderate income families in purchasing homes. These programs often include down payment assistance and favorable loan terms. What is the main objective of the Hawaii Homeownership Assistance Program? Is it A, support first-time homebuyers, B, finance commercial real estate, C, provide rental subsidies, or D, fund luxury home renovations? The answer is A, support first-time homebuyers. The program aims to provide financial support to first-time homebuyers, helping them overcome barriers such as down payments and closing costs to achieve homeownership. Which Hawaii-specific loan program is designed to help Native Hawaiians purchase homes on Hawaiian homelands? Is it A, HFC Affordable Housing Program, B, Hawaii State Mortgage Program, C, Department of Hawaiian Homelands Loan Program, or D, Hawaii Veterans Loan Program? The answer is C, Department of Hawaiian Homelands Loan Program. The Department of Hawaiian Homelands offers specific loan programs for Native Hawaiians to purchase, construct, or renovate homes on Hawaiian homelands. What distinguishes the Hawaii VA loan program from other Hawaii-specific loan programs? Is it A, higher interest rates, B, only for first-time buyers, C, requires private mortgage insurance, or D, no down payment required? The answer is D. No down payment required. The Hawaii VA loan program offers benefits such as no down payment and no private mortgage insurance for eligible veterans, making it unique among other loan programs. Hawaii Housing Finance and Development Corporation. What is the primary purpose of the Hawaii Housing Finance and Development Corporation? Is it A, to increase affordable housing opportunities in Hawaii? B, to regulate real estate agencies in Hawaii? C, to manage Hawaii's tourism industry? Or D, to provide loans for commercial developments? The answer is A, to increase affordable housing opportunities in Hawaii. The HHFDC is tasked with increasing affordable housing opportunities in Hawaii by financing and developing affordable housing projects. It plays a crucial role in addressing the state's housing shortage. Which of the following programs is administered by the HFDC to assist first-time homebuyers? Is it A, Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher Program? B, Mortgage Credit Certificate Program? C, Low-Income Housing Tax Credit Program? Or D, Public Housing Program? The answer is B, Mortgage Credit Certificate Program. The HHFDC administers the Mortgage Credit Certificate Program, which helps first-time homebuyers by providing a federal tax credit, reducing their overall tax liability. How does the Low-Income Housing Tax Credit Program benefit developers in Hawaii? Is it A, by providing direct construction grants? B, by offering low-interest loans? C, by offering tax credits for developing affordable housing? Or D, by reducing property taxes for developers? The answer is C, by offering tax credits for developing affordable housing. The LIHTC program offers tax credits to developers who build or rehabilitate affordable rental housing, incentivizing the creation of housing for low-income residents in Hawaii. What is a key feature of the HHFDC's Rental Housing Revolving Fund? Is it A, provides grants to individual renters? B, offers tax deductions to landlords? C, subsidizes utility costs for tenants? Or D, provides low-interest loans to developers? The answer is D, provides low-interest loans to developers. The RHRF provides low-interest loans to developers to create affordable rental housing, addressing the shortage of affordable units in Hawaii and supporting low-income families. Hawaii Disclosure Requirements and Forms. Hawaii-specific disclosure requirements. Which of the following is a mandatory disclosure requirement for sellers in Hawaii regarding property conditions? Is it A, seller's real property disclosure statement? B, lead-based paint disclosure? C, homeowners association disclosure? Or D, flood zone disclosure? The answer is A, seller's real property disclosure statement. Sellers in Hawaii must provide a seller's real property disclosure statement, detailing any known material facts affecting the property's value or desirability. This ensures transparency in real estate transactions. What must be disclosed by a seller if a property is located in a tsunami inundation zone in Hawaii? Is it A, presence of endangered species? B, tsunami inundation zone location? C, historical property tax rates? Or D, previous ownership history? The answer is B, tsunami inundation zone location. Sellers must disclose if a property is in a tsunami inundation zone, as it impacts risk and insurance costs. This disclosure helps buyers make informed decisions regarding safety and financial implications. In Hawaii, what is the primary purpose of the seller's real property disclosure statement? Is it A, to determine the property's market value? B, to calculate property taxes? C, to disclose material facts affecting the property? Or D, to provide a history of past repairs? The answer is C, to disclose material facts affecting the property. The seller's real property disclosure statement aims to inform buyers of any known material facts affecting the property's value or desirability, promoting transparency, and reducing potential disputes. Which disclosure is specific to properties in Hawaii's lava zones? Is it A, radon gas levels, B, seismic activity history, C, presence of hazardous materials, or D, lava zone location? The answer is D, lava zone location. Properties in Hawaii's lava zones require disclosure due to increased risk of volcanic activity. This helps buyers understand potential hazards and insurance implications, ensuring informed purchasing decisions. Commonly used Hawaii forms. Which form is used in Hawaii to disclose the condition of a property to potential buyers? Is it A, Hawaii Purchase Contract, B, Seller's Real Property Disclosure Statement, C, Lead-Based Paint Disclosure, or D, Hawaii Listing Agreement? The answer is B, Seller's Real Property Disclosure Statement. The Seller's Real Property Disclosure Statement is required in Hawaii to inform potential buyers about the condition of the property, ensuring transparency and informed decision-making. What is the primary purpose of the agency disclosure form in Hawaii real estate transactions? Is it A, to disclose property defects, B, to outline financing options, C, to inform clients about agency relationships, or D, to list the sale price? The answer is C, to inform clients about agency relationships. The agency disclosure form is crucial for informing clients about the nature of the agency relationship, ensuring transparency and clarity regarding representation and duties. In Hawaii, which form must be provided to tenants to disclose the presence of hazardous materials? Is it A, lead-based paint disclosure, B, Seller's Real Property Disclosure Statement, C, Hawaii Rental Agreement, or D, Environmental Impact Statement? The answer is A, lead-based paint disclosure. The lead-based paint disclosure form is mandated for properties built before 1978 to inform tenants of potential lead hazards, ensuring safety and compliance with federal law. What information is typically included in the Hawaii Condominium Disclosure Statement? Is it A, property tax history, B, previous owners, C, zoning laws, or D, condo association rules and financial details? The answer is D, condo association rules and financial details. The Condominium Disclosure Statement provides buyers with essential information about the condo association, financial details, and rules, ensuring informed purchasing decisions and transparency. Specific procedures for transactions. What is required from the seller in Hawaii when disclosing material facts about a property? Is it A, a verbal disclosure during the property tour, B, a seller's real property disclosure statement, C, a notarized letter from the seller, or D, an email summarizing the property's condition? The answer is B, a seller's real property disclosure statement. Sellers in Hawaii must complete a seller's real property disclosure statement detailing all material facts that could affect the property's value or desirability. This ensures buyers are fully informed before purchasing. When must the seller's real property disclosure statement be provided to the buyer in a Hawaii real estate transaction? Is it A, at the closing of the transaction, B, before the buyer's first property visit, C, within 10 calendar days from the acceptance of the purchase contract, or D, after the completion of the home inspection? The answer is C, within 10 calendar days from the acceptance of the purchase contract. The disclosure statement must be provided within 10 calendar days from the acceptance of the purchase contract. This timeline ensures buyers have ample time to review the property's condition before proceeding. Which of the following is not considered a material fact that must be disclosed in Hawaii real estate transactions? Is it A, the seller's personal opinion about the neighborhood, B, presence of hazardous materials, C. Past flood damage, or D. Existing legal encumbrances? The answer is A. The seller's personal opinion about the neighborhood. Material facts include any information that could influence a buyer's decision, such as structural issues or legal encumbrances. Personal opinions about the neighborhood are subjective and not required for disclosure. How can a buyer in Hawaii rescind a purchase contract upon receiving the seller's real property disclosure statement? Is it A. By notifying the seller verbally within 5 days, B. By sending a formal letter within 30 days, C. By filing a complaint with the Real Estate Commission, or D. By providing written notice to the seller within 15 days? The answer is D. By providing written notice to the seller within 15 days. Buyers have 15 days to rescind the contract after receiving the disclosure statement if they find the information unsatisfactory. This period provides a safeguard for buyers to reassess their decision.
Thanks for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to our channel for more practice exams, tips, and tricks. And don't forget to visit Birdsy.ai for complimentary study sessions with Birdsy, your AI-powered study partner.